As the political elites mourn the death of the former president of Nigeria, the streets of Kano to Bauchi, to Lagos, to Abuja, the youths celebrate the death of the former president. This is a mystery that have not been seen since the return of democracy in Nigeria, where a political figure passed on, and instead of mourning, the people rejoice. It's so fortunate that the passing on of the former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, instead of receiving this state money from fellow citizens, resulted into celebration for some people. Many called him a disaster that never supposed to happen.
Buhari as a person or as a leader was the greatest calamity that befell Nigeria since maybe modern history. It was the mistake that should not have been made. And what we are suffering in Nigeria is the ghost of the Buhari administration. A leader who ruled without empathy for the living and did never honor the life of the dead. Death is not a canonization of evil men to becoming saints, or it's not a baptism that washes away original sin. Everything we spend our time doing as we live is what will be discussed, and the legacy. And the way Nigerians will mourn is their own way to grieve, and everybody should stick with the truth. Because at the end of it all, we should know that when we are alive and we have the opportunity, then we should do what we want to be discussed when we die.
Others see him as a waste of time. Good 8 years wasting Nigerians' time.
Buhari has wasted Nigerians' time for 8 years. He has employed people, he has appointed people who failed, and he kept on extending their period in office. That's very wrong. He has accused all governments of corruption and pilferings. All the ills of Nigeria, he accused all the previous government. Here his government has proven one of the worst in the history of Nigeria.
But here is one of the things that people fail to understand. Muhammadu Buhari becoming the president of Nigeria in 2015 was a changing moment in the hearts of many Nigerians. Many people rooted for him. They called Sibaba. When he eventually won that election, and good luck Ebele Jonathan put on that call.
Your Excellency. Hold on, sir. Okay. Hello, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, how are you? I'm all right, Your Excellency. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Yeah, so how are things? Well, I will congratulate you more. Yes, after you find time some of these days to come so that we can sort out how to plan the transitional period. All right, Your Excellency. Thank you very much. Okay, congratulations. My respect, Your Excellency. Thank you.
It changed the dynamic of the history of this country, which was the first time a sitting president is losing an election. It's something that many call Goodluck Jonathan the hero of democracy, the face of democracy, and all kind of names. Fast forward to 2 years later in office, the story emerged after 90 days off Nigeria for a medical treatment that Muhammadu Buhari has passed on. This was something that was break by Meze Nnamdi Kanu, and many other people followed suit. And with all manner of speculation on social media, even there was this allegation, even when he returned back into the country, that it was a Jubilee from Sudan, with even a clergyman reading a letter purported to be an agreement made by the Nigerian government and that of the Sudanese people.
The question is, has Nigeria now suddenly become a population of fools? I believe it's time to come away from our slumber and salvage this nation from slavery. If this evil tide is not dealt with quickly and decisively, Nigeria may be about to be recolonized the second time, and this time by another African country. What a shame and what a misfortune that will be. God forbid. You know, when we pray, we must be sensitive to the ongoings.
With all of this, we also saw another drama that unfolded where the First Lady, Aisha, Buhari packed her bags and flew to Dubai. All through the second tenure of Muhammadu Buhari, Aisha Buhari was constantly criticizing the government of her husband. Even before the 2019 election, she vowed not even to vote for Muhammadu Buhari. But what happened? We also, even during the election at the polling unit, where Buhari was trying to check and see if Aisha Buhari was actually voting for a different candidate. We saw the statement of how her husband's government has been hijacked and all manner. But one of the things that returned back into the minds of Nigerians after the announcement of the death of Muhammadu Buhari, or even the Jubril that replaced him from 2017, was the fact that the presidency, or even Muhammadu Buhari himself, did not even care to sue, or even after the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. Among all the charges against him, there was no time where they charged him for libel, or even the fact that he is claiming that the sitting president was an imposter. No reaction. I tried to check throughout the internet to understand if the government even debunked the news that Nigeria had an agreement with some Sudanese and bring the Jubril in to replace Muhammadu Buhari. I can't find any. Please, if you have seen any kind of information regarding that, put it in the comment section. All of these spark a lot of curiosity in the minds of Nigerians after the announcement of the death of Muhammadu Buhari. But the question is this: what is Buhari being remembered for? After all the years contesting to be the civilian president more than 3 times and eventually becoming the president, and the administration was full with a lot of speculation, rumors, accusation, allegation. It all ends yesterday when the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, received his remain from London and all the way to Daura to lay Muhammadu Buhari to rest. In all of this, many Nigerians are saying they don't really care, because when Nigerians were being massacred in Plateau, when they were killed in Benue like vegetable, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, could not visit the scene. He couldn't. But his fellow political elite pass, who happens to be someone who sworn to the allegiance to protect and defend the lives of the people. But we lost over 60,000 people under his watch for 8 years. Now he passed to join those over 60,000 people in the life beyond. And they all gathered. Wow. Many Nigerians, instead of crying for the departure of the president, former president, they are celebrating. Does it really make sense?